Back in 1957 in Thailand, there were several Buddhist monks that were tasked with moving a giant clay Buddha that was on their monastery. The monastery was suffering financial troubles and had to relocate. Well, as the monks were preparing to move the Buddha, they were being very careful because, again, it had been on the monastery the entire time and was kind of a landmark for them. Well, as they were preparing to move it, one of the monks noticed a crack. So retrieving a flashlight, he stopped all activity so he could really look over the Buddha real carefully for any damage. They didn't want to damage it anymore. Well, when his light shined in the crack, it reflected back at him. So grabbing a chisel and a hammer, he slowly started to knock away the clay. After several hours, he stood back and looked at what he'd uncovered, a giant golden Buddha. Evidently, historians believe that years ago, hundreds of years ago, the Burmese army was going through there. The monks, to protect the golden Buddha, covered it with clay, figuring that the Burmese army had no need of a giant clay Buddha, they'd leave it alone, which they did. Unfortunately, the monks that were there at the time died in the battle, leaving no one alive that knew the true nature of the golden Buddha. We are not that different from the golden Buddha. Again, we have a divine golden nature inside us, but we're often covered by our own conformity based on our experience and our own perception of who we are and what we've learned about ourselves through life. In other words, our environment and our experiences might beat us down, but again, we have a God that loves us, and we have a lot more inside us than many of us would believe. And it seems like adversity is the main thing that is used by nature to bring out the best in everything. Just how a crucible, if I can say the word right, just how a crucible is used to burn away impurities for gold and silver and refine it. You have the pressure and time that turns coal into the diamond. You have that object that irritates that moisture, which is what turns into the pearl, and steel sharpens steel. We need that adversity of that hero's journey to shake us up and break away that mindset of who we are to find out what our true golden nature is. Again, those challenges in life that we would avoid if we can are probably those very things we need to face to see who we truly are. When that butterfly breaks through that cocoon, the world around it hasn't changed. It's changed in relationship to that world. And we're not that different. Again, we have much more on our inside. We are capable of far more than most of us would believe. But we need that hero's journey, we need that challenge, that adversity to really see who we truly are. It'd be a shame to get to the end of our lives and realize there's so much more to us, but we never tested our limits. We never went from that transformation of the tadpole to the frog or the caterpillar to the butterfly. We never found out who we truly were. We just accepted what we were told. So again, remember the golden Buddha. Remember, there's far more to you than maybe you've been told. You have a divine golden nature and a God that loves you. Till next time, Bryan McWhorter.